Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is a video that's not so great to make. Maybe get some hate for this anytime you do something, you know, a little bit negative. People get a little upset at you. But I kind of want to talk about this a little bit because it's obviously happening and it's obviously sad. So Epic 7 is in a little bit of trouble, I think. And again, my opinion, my thoughts, just what I see personally. Do note, I'm not among the Twitch community. I'm only in the YouTube and Discord community, so I only see that perspective. But also, talking head video, not much going on the screen. You can just keep it on in the background or, you know, whatever you want to do. So Epic 7 kind of feels like it's in trouble right now. It's felt bad before and it's bounced back, but this feels like the worst it has felt in a long time for me, and I think it feels this way for a lot of people, at least for wherever I talk to. All I really hear is dead game, you know, no content, no anything. I hear about the unit balance, I hear about basically everything, right? Especially as somebody like me in the YouTubing sort of thing, you get a lot of people's opinions thrown at you. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I think there's a lot of stuff coming out soon. Also, YouTube is majorly down in terms of views and everything like that. That's my fault as well. I'm not blaming that on Epic 7. That's my fault as a creator. I haven't been up to creator standards, I guess you could say. And there's also stuff like Honkai Star Rail coming out soon and so many other things. Even Smilegate right now is pushing towards their Wanderers game, which I believe you'll get to see more of very, very, very soon from me especially, and I'm very excited about that. But yeah, let's just talk about the game a little bit and see where we're at. So one thing I've noticed in this game is I'm having a hard time logging in. When I log in, there's a few things I can do, right? Like I've got my arena, which I don't do. This is the first time logging in this week for me, and it is Sunday, so it resets today. That's one thing I don't do. I also got knocked down. That's the first time I've been knocked down in a while. I must not have logged in last week either. And I don't do this because it's generally not very fun. So I try to stay away from the arena. I just don't enjoy my time here, so I don't do it. The other thing you can do is stuff like Expedition here, right? And Expedition is one of those game modes where I feel like it could be interactive and fun and, you know, enjoy doing, right? But so many people do stuff like this at the bottom, you can't see, and they just go in, hit it once, and leave, which you can't really blame people for because that's all you kind of need to do now. And I find that's what I end up doing myself. Like, I find I don't care about my teams because it doesn't matter here, and I think that's a big thematic thing with Epic 7 that I've always had a problem with. I think they really need to find a way to make us care about our teams outside of something like your Guild War defense or RTA, like in PvE. In other games I've played and still play, PvE really matters, right? Like you care about your team. You care about how fast it is. You care about how consistent it is. You care about how much damage it does. You care about what units you use. You care about your PvE units gear, and that's just nothing that is, or something that has never really been the case in Epic 7. I think that's a very big detriment to it. The other thing too is the Guild War and other stuff lately. Like, for example, Ancient Inheritance. This was my favorite and most anticipated piece of content in the game, and I really feel like they found a way to mess it up in terms of fun. So when I heard about Ancient Inheritance, I was so excited to you know, explore with my guild, walk around, have fun, see people, see what they're doing, maybe kind of help them out with whatever they're doing. And now it has turned into, primarily because of the limitations of movement, how many things you get a day, and everything being gated, it has turned into like somebody posting a picture when it comes out where everything is, and having pretty much anybody who actually pays attention follow the same sort of lines, do the same things just to get it done and get the most rewards. This kind of sucked the fun out of it for me, because it changed from, you know, working together and investigating to literally just following a spreadsheet, you know, and that kind of took a lot of fun out for me, and we can tell it took out a lot of fun for a lot of people because they're just not doing it. It's actually pretty hard to get people to participate in Ancient Inheritance, at least in Mangoville. Maybe Mangoville's a little bit different because we have all been playing since day one, basically. Like, the vast majority of the people in Mangoville have been in Mangoville for, like, since I was streaming, right? And I want to compare Ancient Inheritance to a game I played a long time ago. I don't remember the name of the game, but I have videos out on it. It was so much fun. It was like a vertical game with a bunch of AFK style features, but their Ancient Inheritance was fleshed out, you know? You could go into it whenever you want. You pretty much could do whatever you want. A lot of it was time-based, so you had to harvest and gather stuff with your characters, and you could just kind of like go up to it and like click on the thing and it'll start harvesting for you over time. Your whole guild was there, and everybody was moving around, and you were exploring, and it was just really fun. It was the best. It was actually kind of crazy because of how low quality the game was, but the amount of effort they put into that area was like almost more than anything I've seen in a gacha game, which is kind of hilarious to me. The other thing I want to mention here is Guild War 2. I don't know how much fun people are having in Guild War right now. I think it has its ebbs and flows just depending on what types of teams people have, and, you know, if you happen to have something fun at the time. Like, for example, the team my friend gave me has reignited my Guild War passion. But there's a lot of other ways to reignite people's Guild War passion and make it more interesting, random, maybe not random, but more a variety of units as well. Maybe I'll talk about that in another. I just wanted to talk about this. This is not scripted, obviously, or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about the situation with it. I think a lot of us are on maintenance mode right now, like 10 hours left here. I probably should have grabbed that. And there's little things too that have been really bothering me that really need to get fixed. Like, for example here, I really need to farm catalysts and do stuff like this, but I'm just making sure they didn't fix it. But stuff like this is still not working. You can't use this inside story,
Your pitiful resistance.
which is a little bit frustrating. And little things like that really add up to the like lack of enjoyment in the game for me, because that's what I want to do when I'm like messing with my gear and messing with other stuff. Even things like pets, which is kind of surprising. They managed to make my favorite thing in any game ever, which is pets and stuff like that, unfun. So I don't really know what the game needs right now. Maybe if you want to see that, I can talk about it, the different parts of each game mode. I think that it can personally make a lot more impact, but I'm just really curious your thoughts about Epic 7 right now. Sorry, I don't mean to make a doom and gloom video or anything like that, but it's probably pretty obvious I'm having a hard time uploading videos on this game lately due to the like sporadic amount of uploads I've been uploading. And stuff like this is frustrating too. Like, Poochie could be fun, but it's not. It's like borderline rip-off prices, and I'm gonna rip myself off here because I This is how I get my fun in this game now, is summoning. So we might as well try, right? It didn't pay off. It never pays off. Yeah. So I don't know what's next. We've been in the biggest drought we've been in a while. Honkai Star Rail's coming out. I'm gonna play that like mad. I've never had that much fun in a gacha game. The Wonders is coming out as well. I'm not saying I'm stopping E7 content, obviously, because I do still like this game at its core. I just am not having fun right now. Just straight up, I'm not having fun. And I know a lot of people are in the same position. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, is give a little feedback where I'm coming from right now, what I see in the communities, and, you know, what do we do? What do we do? So if you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments. Please don't bash me for my opinion. This is like I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just telling you how I feel currently. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.